Ultimately, we're selling the community and camaraderie and the sort of place away from your home you can entertain friends and family and clients.
So I'm extremely excited to be representing the Motor Enclave here in Sarasota. 59 luxury car garages, totally customizable. Today we're going to meet with Brad to learn more about what is possible inside of these units. If you're interested in one of these units, reach out and stay tuned. So Brad, we are here at your unit at the Motor Enclave. You've developed now 550 of these, as I understand it. Let's talk about some of the customization available to folks after they've purchased their unit. What have you seen people do with these?
So the beauty about our product is the blank canvas, variety of sizes obviously, and with our height you can do lots of amazing things. One of the key differentiators in our product, probably in the whole country, is that we have spent the time to figure out the nuances of the code to be able to put full floors and multiple floors. Mm-hmm. Almost every other project in the country is limited to 1/3 mezzanine because that's what the code dictates. But we've seen everything from basic workshops to multi-million-dollar build-outs nicer than even the homes of the people who own the garage.
Sure.
So obviously man caves, offices, family entertainment spaces. We have seen everything from bourbon bars, cigar lounges, bowling alleys, movie theaters, golf simulators, cars on lifts, cars on the second floor. We have one going in here in Tampa that's got a robotic car lift that you see in a parking structure.
Very cool.
Sky's the limit based on, I always tell people it's whatever you want to spend, you can have because it's a blank canvas space.
And we're in your unit specifically. Maybe tell us a little bit of some of the stuff that you've done to customize yours that I find some very unique features in here.
Yeah, so my first garage in Michigan was more of a garage. I really wanted a rustic, cool, man cavey garage. I started to collect all kinds of things like neon signs and gas pumps and the typical stuff. It was awesome. But then when I moved to Florida, I'm like, I want to get rid of all that junk because it just started to accumulate so much stuff. I want it to be more like a hotel suite.
Yes.
I want it to feel like you're at the St. Regis and this is like the lounge, and we do a lot of entertaining, which most of our owners do. So I wanted to really feel, high end. Still have an automotive flair, obviously. We have subtle automotive elements with the track and the table and the automotive light.
Sure.
Cars that are kind of in a hidden glass box. So really just, personalized to my taste, but also there's a wow factor. When people walk in, because when you say come to my garage, they don't expect this.
They don't expect this.
So
it's nicer than my garage. I can tell
it's nicer than my house. But ultimately, we're selling the community and camaraderie and the sort of place away from your home you can entertain friends and family and clients.
And speaking of that, who are you finding is like the ideal demographic, the ideal buyer for these units in your experience?
The common denominator is mostly people that are very successful, who've been working for many, many years, 30 years on average. It didn't do anything. They might have a nice house, been on a cruise, whatever, but they never had their own space. And This is the first thing they say, you know what, I gotta take time to enjoy myself. Some people, it is gonna become their office, their family office. They're at a stage in their life where they wanna do investments. Many people, it's like they wanna have everything they couldn't have in their primary residence. In Florida, we find a lot of customers are moving from other locales, and they might live in a high rise and they only have 2 parking spots, even if it's a 3-4 bedroom unit.
Yes.
Some people live on the water, and with the hurricanes that we finally experience here.
Yes, our once in 100 years.
Yeah, so hopefully they don't happen again, but people like the idea that it's, hurricane rated structure, it's above sea level. In Sarasota, we can have generators on the roof, which is incredible.
Yes.
So it's the common denominator is, people that are really striving to have a personal passion space, we call it. We have people that have art studios. We have people that have collections of stuff that either they've had, in a warehouse somewhere in boxes. We have one guy who has like Hard Rock Cafe type memorabilia, hundreds and hundreds of pieces, and they've been sitting in boxes for 20 years. And his architect just categorized them. He had like 1,200 pieces of guitars and drum sets and cars and things, and now he's making his own like rock and roll memorabilia garage. It's incredible. But a lot of it's nostalgia. People want all the things you couldn't have in high school.
Sure.
Whether it's the cars, or the gas pumps, or the jukebox, or the whatever. Also things your wife won't let you have at home. That's common denominators that people talk about. My wife won't let me do this until they find out this is their wife's dream. And their wife ends up spending more time in the garage than they do. So it's anything and everything. I mean, every day I'm surprised, but not shocked by what I see, because it's what I wanted. Is like I wanted this whole project started as I wanted a garage, and then I started talking to people. And everyone else was like, I want a garage, and I want a garage, and I want a garage. And I meet people at places. And they go, well, can I use a garage for a personal, like, can I put a kitchen in there and do dinner parties for philanthropy? I'm like, yes. Can I put a golf simulator? Yes. You can do everything you want, anything you want, as long as I always say, as long as it's to code, and you have a permit.
Sure. I know here in Tampa, you've had some folks that have literally thought outside the box. They saw what was available in terms of units for sale, and they've opted for more square footage. So tell us a little bit about what that process looks like.
Yeah, these buildings are hurricane-rated tilt wall, giant clear span shells. There's very few intermediary columns. So when you see on our site plans that there's this many units in the building with demising walls, we've had a lot of buyers who buy back to back. We leave the wall out side by side. As you know, we also had a buyer who bought 10 units, 14,000 square feet. So, really, you're only limited to the size of the building and then what's been sold. The most common challenge is people buy a unit, then the units on either side of them and behind them get bought, and then they start the planning process and goes, oh, I want the unit behind me too because I want a drive-through. Or I bought a 59 Cadillac and I want to be able to orient it this way in the garage. Most car condo only projects, like we're doing in Sarasota, people want to be convenient to their primary residence. They want to use it as a stop along the way in their life. Come at lunch, come after work, come on the weekends. We've got the only project west of 75, so we are the closest project to be built to, close to downtown Sarasota, close to Longboat Key, Bird Key, all these different places there that are on the water.
Sure.
We're literally 5 minutes from the airport, so a lot of our customers like the convenience of, I can leave my car at the garage, Uber, a few blocks away to the airport.
Yes.
Some people have planes. The convenience of that is awesome, but the location is incredible, and we actually even have water views from some of the units in phase one, buildings 1 and 2, which is rare.
Yes.
So the location is phenomenal. We're really excited about it, and based on our experience having good locations, it's like everything they say in real estate: location.
Yes.
So we think that's another winning point for us.
Awesome. Thanks, Brad.
Thank you.
I want to thank Brad for his time explaining what customization can take place. The opportunities are totally endless. If you're interested in one of these units, if you're an agent that has one that's interested, reach out and be well.